Good evening, Africa. Good evening, President Cyril Ramaphosa, Julius Malema, and Hakainde Hichilema. What breaks my heart is in the abundance of revelations and visions, in abundance of all these prophecies, in abundance of what's written in all these books. The rescue operation, there are 3 books that I wrote. The other one was in 2001, 2008, the second one, and in 2010, the third one. The first one was the airport trap. The second one was the open letter to President Manawasa. The third one was the President Barack Obama pigpen predicament. All were called the rescue operation. These books were not heeded to. If they were heeded, the death of these 6 presidents, starting from Dr. Kenneth Kaunda to President Edgar Lungu, who is still lying in the mortuary in South Africa for now about 4 months. So in fulfillment of prophecy. So now, I know there are a lot of prophetical claims from other prophets. I can trace from T.B. Joshua. When I talked about the death of Manawasa, which I saw in 2001, and I wrote, and Manawasa died in 2008 in fulfillment of those visions. So again, of Michael Sata and Lungu, they are all owned. Now, I'm actually getting confused in the sense that why do African leaders refuse to listen to God's warning? Is it that they want to see death in every African leader that refuses warning? I began by warning here in South Africa, President Zuma rejected warning. I actually began by asking to pray for Nelson Mandela, where I said Nelson Mandela must add up to 100 years if God would heal him, but I was not given that opportunity. I've been trying to pray for Edgar Lungu, and I said that he won't rise from his deathbed, and that happened. But no one seemed to understand or accept that God has been warning. Well, I see many false prophets who have more platforms, who have more access to editing and to be followed by many people, now claiming that they saw what is happening to Julius Malema. Something that I wrote in the book, something that I wrote and placed it on my Facebook in 2022, 1st December, and I wrote that email to Cyril Ramaphosa when he wanted to resign, telling him to say, the people who are working around you, you might think that they are working for you, but wellest, they are being used. And that Julius Malema is going to be used against you. And after he has done that, he's also going to face the same music. Today we are standing at the cross currents of which are emphasized to say Zondo and Mlanga inquiry of corruption inquiry, cross currents, was something that I saw, the cross currents of what is happening today. When I watched Julius Malema interviewing Mukwanas, I said, this is what I saw in a vision that is going to be used to pin down the ANC leadership, more especially Cyril Ramaphosa. When he's done, then the sentencing that is pending in 2023 January will come into play against him, so that South Africa remains without leadership. I want to tell you to say, those who may argue with my God, may they continue, but they'll see this happening. If these leaders won't come and ask God's word of advice, South Africa is going back to more than apartheid. Because when you think DA is bringing in employment, it's not DA that is bringing in employment. It's America that has held the economy of Africa in the hollow of its hands. Africa was not fully independent because economically we are still in slavery. So we need this economical independence, that we dig our own mineral resources and sell them and let the money benefit the Africans. But what is happening today is that the natural resources are dug and sold on the terms of the West. We have nothing to talk about and we have nothing to claim apart from being used to dig our natural resources and selling them at their raw material without doing the processing here. So this is why African leaders are being killed, because once you talk about the natural resources and once you claim ownership, they kill you. We should remain as slaves. We should not say anything. This is the reason why most South Africans, they have been deceived. When you talk about the Dudula, where they are dudularing fellow Africans as immigrants, as foreigners, leaving the whites behind them. And they are the people who are even funding them, even giving them fake interviews, even giving them protection, even giving them the assistance in courts so that they cannot remain behind bars, because they know to say it is an agenda that is meant to divide Africa, so that Africans must not rule themselves. Africans must remain divided. Zambia today, main leaders are under investigations and are being arrested using the cyber law, which was abandoned when Kaunda was using it to say, whatever you buy, you must have a receipt. When Democrats came, say, no, people are free to do whatever business they want. They are free to buy what they want, whether on the street or anywhere, without a receipt. But now, the same Democrats is using the same whip against political opponents. So Zambia is facing 2026 elections. Opposition, they are still refusing to listen to God. South Africa is refusing to listen to God. If South Africa can listen to these 3 books that I've written, South Africa will find itself in line with God's word. And God is going to fight their battles. If the Zambian opposition, they listen to God and consult Him now, they'll find themselves leading according to God's will. But if nothing is done, we are actually deepening into economical slavery. It is terror everywhere, as I saw it in regard to Hakainde Hichilema. May God bless you. And it's my prayer for South Africa. It's my prayer for Zambia. It's my prayer for Madagascar in their quest for freedom. May God always be with Ibrahim Traoré, for he is the Moses of today. May God bless you again and again. Good night, everyone.